Please be seated. Good evening and welcome. Thank you to faculty and staff for helping with tonight's event. A special thanks to Centennial High School Band, led by Becky Weiland and Mark Cushy. My name is Tom Bruning, principal at Centennial High School. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and school board, I welcome you to the Centennial High School Class of 2013 graduation commencement and the 53rd graduation commencement in the history of Centennial High School. Well, graduates, you've made it. Being here tonight signifies your journey through childhood, adolescence, and now the beginning of adulthood. Class of 2013, please remember back to your first day in 9th grade, September 8th, 2009. Towards the end of that day, if you remember, we held a special Pep Fest just for your class. At that Pep Fest, I said the following: what does it mean to be a Centennial student? What does it mean to have Cougar pride? We told you it meant being involved, school spirit, striving to be successful, which comes in many different forms. We said that these would be some of the best years in your life. However, it will not come without challenges along the way. We told you you will make the transition from teenagers to adults at Centennial High School. Many of you at that time truly didn't understand what that meant. You do now. We talked about making wise choices, getting involved. We said you can make a difference. You can make Centennial High School a better place. I ended the little speech by saying, make the most out of your high school years and learn the skills that will help you when you leave these walls in 4 years. Well, class of 2013, how'd you do? There were definitely challenges along the way. There were ups and there were downs, which life will bring at times. Class of 2013, you receive an A. You have exemplified the meaning of Cougar pride and have set the bar for future graduating classes. Talking with Centennial staff and students, here's what they say about the class of 2013. You are caring. You show courtesy and concern and respect for others. This is one that people said a lot. You are accepting of differences, and I heard that from many different students and many different staff. You're enthusiastic and energetic. You have definitely made Centennial a better place. Let me say that again. You have definitely made Centennial a better place. Thank you. Unity and intellect are the two traits that I would characterize your class with. This class has demonstrated a strong class unity throughout the past 4 years, which is evident in your participation in the various activities. You have consistently demonstrated and modeled positive school spirit and Cougar pride. You are willing to challenge yourself in the classroom. This is evident by the large number of seniors who challenge themselves in rigorous courses and classes while maintaining high GPAs. In the song For Good, which is traditionally played at our graduation ceremony because of its meaningful lyrics, there are lyrics that say, I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in turn. You've been led to Centennial High School, and you have learned from us. But most of all, we have learned from you. We are also very proud. This is a day where over 4,000 people, including parents, relatives, faculty, and friends, join you in honoring this accomplishment. I take great pride in having been a part of your growth and many achievements that you have obtained throughout the past 4 years. The Centennial High School vision is to foster successful learners in an ever-changing world. The class of 2013 has demonstrated this by the multiple National Merit Scholarship Awards, the thousands of dollars in scholarships awarded to individuals to academic institutions throughout the United States, the numerous academic, athletic, musical, activity awards and accolades, the countless hours of service devoted to our school and to the Centennial community. Graduation is a bittersweet time. Graduation is an ending of your high school years. However, it is a beginning of a new chapter in your life. As you transition to this next chapter, to universities, to tech schools, military, other careers, please address these new times with the Cougar pride you've demonstrated here at Centennial High School. I think about all the potential that lies in all of you. I look forward to following all the great accomplishments that the Centennial class of 2013 will achieve in the upcoming years. On behalf of the faculty and staff, we wish the class of 2013 future prosperity, and we thank you for all that you have taught us. We are honored to have our school board members and our superintendent of schools with us this evening, and it gives me great pleasure to have the opportunity to introduce them. Chairperson Christina Wilson. Vice Chair Karen Ladico. Clerk Susie Guthmuller. Treasurer Barb Rainier. Director John Burns. Director Ray Culp. And our superintendent of schools, a person that I will greatly miss in the coming years, Dr. Keith Dixon. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our Centennial High School Concert Choir, led by Julie Enright and accompanied by Robert Schlitt. They will perform For Good by Stephen Schwartz and arranged by Mac Huff. The setup will take a moment, for there are some seniors that are in the concert choir. So at this time, seniors, you can head to the concert choir.
because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blamed me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore.
The seniors who are speaking today had to apply for this honor and were chosen by a committee of staff members. The criteria used to select these students were assessment of an experience entrance essay, uniqueness of the entrance essay, speaking experience, student style and presence, involvement and influence in school. I am honored to present our graduation speakers, Max Almage, Devin Henschel, and Caitlin Nabertil.
As I jumped over the fence of the homecoming game, I knew that our senior year will be filled with fun, and we won't want to forget it. The dictionary defines fun as enjoyment, amusement, or lighthearted pleasure. In many ways, the word fun defines the class of 2013. The class of 2013, or the past 13 years, have been filled with fun. Memories we have had together dates back to kindergarten. The class of 2013 represents not only fun, but also friendship. Through all the memories we have had, friendship is just a few words that describes us. These two simple words just scratch the surface of a true golden class. Many of us have been friends just since we were little troublemakers. Urban Dictionary defines a friend as someone it's okay to pass gas in front of. You don't mind talking to on a bus for at least 20 minutes, and you can borrow $5 and never have to pay him back. According to that first one, a lot of you guys are my friends. Now we have grown up and have turned into very ambitious young adults with the world in front of us. One of the best things I like about our class is we're just a big group of friends. We don't follow the typical trail. We are all unique. We are all unique in every way, and all just want to get along and have a good time. I know I have heard countless times from my parents that they are so thankful that I have had the privilege to grow up with such a great group of kids who really do care for all classmates. From countless bonfires to sporting events, our class has made its mark. Muhammad Ali once said, "Friendship is something you learn in school, but if you haven't learned the meaning of friendship, you really haven't learned anything." If there is one thing we can take from our senior class, it is that we really do know the value of friendship and we embraced it, and it's probably one of the most valuable lessons we've learned. We did not only establish friendship between one another, we also were very close to the faculty. One of the staff members that I know a lot of seniors would like to say thank you to is Mrs. Mechtel. She always recognized us as individuals and treated us with respect. Let's give her a round of applause. The friends we have today, we will remember and tell our kids about. The stories we have made, we will look back and think, man, that wasn't smart. But these stories make us who we are and how we will be remembered. The class of 2013 has created a story that will be remembered and as fun and filled with close friends. I am so proud to say I am a part of that story. Zach Sobiak, the young man age 18 who passed away from osteosarcoma, a rare form of bone cancer, made a change in this world. Zach said, "What makes you happy is seeing someone smile because you put it there." Seniors of the class of 2013, be the Zach Sobiak to this world. Make people smile because you put it there. Zach passed away on May 20th, 2013. He showed people that happiness is a choice. The amazing accomplishments that Zach achieved were not done because he was dying, they were done because he was living. Throughout our years of schooling, we have gained and lost friends. One of those friends we have lost was a young gymnast, Gina Mori. Please take a moment of silence in her name. Thank you. Gina was a close friend to many of us and a neighbor to me. She brought happiness, laughter, and talent in the gymnasium to our school. She's a friend that will forever live in our hearts. Some of our friends we have made during the past years will become lifelong friends. For others, life will take us in different directions, and we may not see each other very much in the future. No matter what though, never forget the words of Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I've learned that all a person has in life is family and friends. If you lose those, you have nothing. So friends are to be treasured more than anything else in the world. I would like to thank you for being my partners in crime. Without you guys, I'm not sure if I would have been able to make it through school lunches and minimal catch-up. It is crazy to finally be able to say we are done with our last year of high school.
Poet Langston Hughes once said, "I've discovered in life that there are ways of getting almost anywhere you want to go, if you really want to go." As Mr. Hughes so neatly summed up, if there's one thing I've learned from my years in school, it's the importance of determination. Determination, however, is just a word without a goal or a dream to apply it to. Determination is a quality our class has already demonstrated quite strongly, but this evening, I hope to communicate to you all how important that will continue to be and to inspire you to keep working towards whatever goal you may wish to achieve. If you want it enough, determination and motivation are sure to follow. I was lucky enough this past summer to be part of a wonderful experience. I was able to take classes at Carleton College in Northfield for 3 weeks, living in the dorms and learning from Carleton professors. And I loved the experience. It was a beautiful campus, and I made a lot of friends I've kept in touch with. But most of all, I gained something I wish more of my fellow seniors could boast. A test run of what the next stage of their life might be like. In my case, years of college. I may have had a wonderful time, but it was by no means all fun and games. I had to work hard, and there were several things, most involving my level of self-motivation, that I had to learn quickly, and which I had come knowing beforehand. As you continue in life, you're going to find that not all tasks suggested to you will actually be required of you. Now, before you all breathe a sigh of relief, keep this in mind. While not everything may be required of you, that doesn't mean it won't benefit you. So many life experiences and so many opportunities which can help you in reaching whatever your goals may be, are not going to be strictly demanded. It's up to you to take the steps you need to take. What you get out of any effort you make depends on what you put into it. So find that motivation to give the effort, even when you have the choice not to. In my experience, more often than not, it'll pay off in the end. What many fail to understand, unfortunately, is that motivation and determination don't necessarily mean always keeping your nose to the proverbial grindstone, working with all your effort towards that goal every second of every day. As Louisa May Alcott said, have regular hours for work and play. Make each day both useful and pleasant. And prove that you understand the worth of time by employing it well. Then youth will bring few regrets, and life will become a beautiful success. I found both here at Centennial and at Carleton that it is just as important to find a balance in your life between work and everything else. Keep that sense of fun and humor in your life. Experts have yet to discover the person who, on their deathbed, wish they had worked every waking moment of their life at the expense of everything else. A sense of humor and a sense of fun are what keeps us sane and ultimately keep us moving forward to reach our goals. I know at Carleton, as much as every one of us wanted to be there, those who were having to work all the time, giving up on a lot of the fun most were able to enjoy, were absolutely miserable, and more significantly, exhausted. Even the most determined, most goal-oriented person can become burnt out if they only devote their time to that one goal. A large part of determination is genuinely wanting to come back and put more into your journey every day. Balance is what makes this possible, and furthermore, enjoyable. I'm sure, even so comparatively early in life, you've already met one of those people who only does the bare minimum on any given task. I'll be the first to admit, I've been known to take that attitude at times myself, and I'm willing to bet that many of you are in that same boat. For those of you who can relate, take a moment and think. What are those areas you tend to give so little effort in? And if you're anything like me, it's probably things like housework and assignments for classes you're not crazy about. It's those things that you love that you put the extra effort into. When you have that final desired result in mind, the motivation to reach it is found that much easier. Not all tasks in life, even those that help you get where you want to go and achieve your goals, are going to be enjoyable. Some will be more like housework and assignments. But remember that often going above and beyond can be, in terms of reaching your goals, the difference between almost there and there. So don't set the precedent for yourself to just meet the requirements anywhere, as it makes it easier for you to do the same everywhere, even in those areas you wish to succeed in. I know, at least for me, that sometimes this is going to be hard. Hopefully, though, if we can all just keep our eye on the prize, so to speak, it'll make the effort that much less painful. In the words of Cecil B. DeMille, the person who makes a success of living is the one who sees his goal steadily and aims for it unswervingly. I remember once hearing a story about Thomas Edison. When asked about how long and how many attempts it took him to invent the light bulb, he said, "I didn't fail. I just found 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb." This is a wonderful attitude to have going through life. No try is necessarily a failure when looked at in the right light. Whatever your goal may be, whether it's becoming the next great inventor, seeing the world, opening your own business, becoming a parent, or simply getting the most out of your life, see each day as one more step along the path to reaching it. This is true determination, and this is what will take you where you want to go in your life.
You can be the greatest. You can be the best. You can move a mountain. You can break rocks. You can be a master. Don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself standing in the Hall of Fame. As I'm sure many of you have realized, those are some lyrics to the song Hall of Fame by The Script. I think this song sums up our class perfectly. A class of students who dedicated themselves and has unlimited potential. 4 years ago, we entered this school with basically no idea what we were doing. On that first day of 9th grade, it was hard to imagine this day, today. The day that we are recognized for all that we have accomplished over these past 13 years, and we prepare for all that we have the potential to accomplish in the rest of our lives. Today we celebrate our legacy. I am proud to be a part of a class that didn't just coast through high school. Over these past 4 years, our senior class has developed into a class filled with leaders, trailblazers, students who got involved and were passionate about whatever they did. I have watched some of you get involved as sports captains who led their teams to victory. And even when those teams weren't victorious, those same senior leaders helped shape the next year's leaders. In the future, if and when those teams are victorious, you sports seniors can be proud to say that you sculpted those teams into what they are. I am proud to be a part of the class of 2013. I have watched as peer leaders, student council members, NHS members, and senior class committee members changed our school. So many of you stepped up, made changes, and left your mark. Whether it was leaving your mark physically in the senior mural or leaving your legacy in one life positively influenced, our class has stepped up to be leaders. No one can argue with the fact that our class will be remembered because of how we actively sought involvement, passionately led our causes, and shaped the leaders beneath us. I am proud to be a part of the class of 2013. I have watched as our musicians continued to contribute their passion for music to the Centennial Music program. In a world where it feels as if we, as high schoolers, must fight for the right to learn real music, I have been proud as I watched our musicians passionately dedicate themselves to excellence. From a first-chair instrumentalist to a leader in choir, Centennial musicians have never wavered in realizing and remembering the importance of music. These leaders, many of whom are now going out into the world to continue to fight for music, have continued to contribute their passion to the Centennial Music program. But most of all, you, seniors, have made the younger students realize the importance of music, and in doing that, you will help it live on. I am proud to be a part of the class of 2013. And lastly, I have watched our students excel. Even when academics was the only thing a student was involved in, our senior class stepped up to become leaders in the classroom. Our involvement and passion for learning has set us apart. You, seniors, have led fearlessly on the field and in the court, in the hallways and in the offices, on the stage and in the music rooms. But most of all, you led with a passion for learning, a commitment to excellence, and a character to be proud of. Seniors, you excelled not only when you were involved outside of the classroom, but when you were learning as well. I am proud to be a part of the class of 2013. But today isn't just a celebration of all that we have accomplished. It is a celebration of the beginning of the rest of our lives. If I can say one thing in parting, it would be this: be proud of who you have become, but don't let it stop there. Continue to be the leaders that you were in high school. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers, be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Continue to be involved and continue to be passionate about whatever you do, because today isn't an ending. It is the beginning to the rest of your future. You, seniors, burn with the brightest flame. Be yourself, because you have all proven that you are more than equipped to be successful. We are proud to be the graduating class of 2013.
Before the senior class leaves, it is tradition for the leadership to be passed to the next class. the class of 2014. This tradition will continue with senior class co-presidents Molly Herron and Kelsey Huntington, and junior class co-presidents Joel Bordage and Tasha Erding.
We, the senior class of 2013, are proud of our achievements. We are thankful for the opportunities and the support we have received from our families, our school, and our community.
We challenge this year's junior class, the class of 2014, to uphold and continue the values which set Centennial High School apart from the rest.
On behalf of the class of 2014, we accept the challenge not only to maintain the high level of excellence at CHS, but to do as the class of 2013 did and raise the level of expectation even higher and instill an increased Cougar pride for all of our students.
We also want to thank all of the seniors for their leadership, talents, and support. Good luck to all of you as you start your lives after CHS.
Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, members of the school board, and Superintendent Dr. Keith Dixon, as principal of Centennial High School, I hereby certify that these graduates seated before you have successfully completed the requirements set forth by the state of Minnesota and Independent School District number 12 and are ready to receive their diplomas.
Thank you, Tom. On behalf of the Board of Education and all of our staff, I'm pleased to accept the graduating class of 2013. Let me be the first to say congratulations to each and every one of you. I also want to honor the parents that are here this evening and loved ones that have joined us. I want to thank you for choosing our school district for your lovely young sons and daughters to receive education. I know you have lots of choices, and we just appreciate that we have the opportunity to share your young people with us throughout their career in Centennial Public Schools. I know this evening you have to be beaming with pride. At the same time, I know there's got to be a lump in the throat and a tear in the eye as you think about and witness this particular life chapter coming to a close. I also want to thank Max and Devin and Caitlin. Frankly, you gave phenomenal speeches. You know, I'm always pleased to see that student speeches are the centerfold to our graduation ceremony because it gives us a chance to recognize the high-quality young people that graduate from Centennial. And you guys did a wonderful job this evening. Max, I am pleased to hear that as a group you created lots of friendships. I'm also pleased to hear along the way you had a lot of fun. And also that you created some great memories for the future. Certainly those experiences will certainly be a part of who you are and will be with you as you move forward into the future, wherever your life's journey will take you. And I believe those experiences and memories, along with your families, will certainly be your connection to here back home. Devon, I wrote it down, and I want to quote this, quote, "If you want it enough, determination and motivation are sure to follow," end quote. Wow, what a powerful statement. You know, my word for if you want it enough is passion. Show me a person who has passion and skill, and I will show you someone who gets the job done. You know, as a superintendent, lots of times I have to delegate to others. And certainly I care about the skill and make sure the person has the ability to do the job. But what's of most interest to me is their passion. Because without that, yes, it may get done, but it certainly won't be done with the same quality that I get from a person who has the passion. So my advice to you as a class is, if you don't know yet what you're going to do with your life or you're trying to figure that out, then my advice to you is simply follow your passion. You know, someday when you go to work, if the work you do is your passion, then the reality it really won't be work at all, but rather an expression of who you are. Caitlin, you know, Mr. Bruning, you heard say this, and we all agree. As a class, you were leaders, you gave a lot, you did a lot. And I also agree you made a difference. Again, as you move to the future, I would encourage you to continue to serve, to lead, and to help others. And now I would ask the Board of Education to join me in awarding diplomas. Thank you.
Faculty members Pam Renault and Ron Bergantine have the honor of beginning the reading of graduate names. Will graduates from Ms. Renault's and Mr. Bergantine's row rise and approach the stage? School board members Christina Wilson and Barbara Neer will begin the awarding of the diplomas. I would ask members of the audience to please hold your applause until all graduates have received their diplomas in order for all graduate names to be heard. Thank you.
Andrew Nevin Schultz.
Jessica Lynn Eller.
Nicholas James Schuster.
Mackenzie Lynn Perkins.
Nicholas Sell.
Nicholas Joseph Florick.
Jacob Carl Solberg.
Bryn Lauren Esperson.
Kenny Sylvester Sina.
Catherine Marie Ingalls.
Nicholas Fritz Selleck.
Antoinette Gwendolyn Birch.
Dakota Trent Scales.
Kaylee Arlene Francis.
Haley Autumn Willie.
Juliana Desiree Gamboni.
Courtney Marie Bruno.
Anna Christine Fredrickson.
Sarah Ann Spitzmuller.
Robert Jeffrey Faust.
Elise Jane Spitzmuller.
Sydney Lauren Fabian.
Hannah Lynn Stibbe.
Alexandra Marie Bruton.
Bailey Ray Stack.
Jeffrey John Paul Gallup.
Rachel Grace Cerny.
Morgan Elizabeth Fila.
Kaylee Ray Schwinn.
Daniel George Edel.
Samantha Marie Shade.
Riley Jeffrey Elson.
Desiree Imogene Lee Shiraki.
Alyssa Ann Drock.
Danielle Elizabeth Strand.
Travis Christopher Bratoy.
Aaron Lee Solberg.
David Joseph Franklin.
Emma Marie Sheldon.
Emily Elizabeth Eichenauer.
Alina Marie Plagans.
Lauren Ann Gannon.
Zachary Gerald Shields.
Alexandra Nicole Ike.
Joseph E. Selner.
Nathaniel John Ecker.
Tanapan Sang Sarwantong.
Daniel Eugene Freed.
Corey James Schwab.
The next faculty member, Mr. John Anderson, will be reading graduates' names.
Brendan C. Wamhoff.
Brianna Marie Hoffmeister.
Cody Lee Blatt.
Sarah Ashley Lindberg.
Ellison Marie McMullen.
Molly K. Heron.
Heather A. Brune.
Devin Elizabeth Henschel.
Richard Darnell Williams.
Elise Ann Hathaway.
Bailey Nicole Sandbakken.
Betsy Joe Harmson.
Samantha Ann McDaniel.
Cheyenne Desiree Gunderson.
The next faculty member, Ms. Jessica Seiler, will be reading graduates' names.
Justin Andrew Hawley.
Caitlin Nicole Weed.
Joshua Scott Hansen.
Abby Westfall.
Joseph Andrew Havener.
Danielle D. Valoy.
Brandon James Hill.
Leanne Majdi Wadi.
Dylan Burns Vomsall.
Mo Tillisher.
Moise Isimbi Igano.
Nicholas Anthony Tedora.
Thomas James Heron.
Tua Tillisher.
Justin Taylor Olschlager.
Anthony Urbanik.
John Matthew Heiling.
Amakali Tillisher.
Jacob Douglas Heiling.
Jordan Paul Thompson.
Jacob Robert Earlbeck.
Stephanie Janine Vesquez Moran.
Brian Taylor Hildebrandt.
Stephanie Shoshana Webster.
The next faculty member, Ms. Angie Law, will be reading graduate names.
Ashley Marie Van Hees.
Se-young Park.
Chow Fang.
Dylan Robert Sarvella.
Michaela Watson.
Matthew Salo.
Tony Mann.
Zachary Adam Sambakken.
Jacob Donovan Tepper.
Grant Thomas Schneider.
Alexander John Vanyo.
Samuel Ethan Shepoister.
Benjamin Joseph Walker.
Mitchell Rudy.
Lucas Thomas Thornquist.
Forrest Rigdon.
Paige Brianne Wytashik.
Vince Sakow.
The next faculty member, Mr. Dean Keenholz, will be reading graduate names.
Brady Nielsen.
Jonathan Michael Keller.
Abby Jean O'Reilly.
Megan Elizabeth Keenholz.
Cecilia Marie Rogers.
Courtney Anna Clare.
Laura Anna Sargent.
Kaylin Taylor Kilmer.
Jenna Carol Raring.
Haywan John.
Connor Carls Riley.
Joshua Michael Kelly.
Stevie Lee Rylander.
William Saunder Jurgens.
Paige Ann Schmidt.
Allison Marie Kish.
Cara Sacre.
Courtney Marie Canville.
Lindsay Marie Ross.
Claire Elizabeth Kennedy.
Danielle Tilly Olson.
Alyssa Jade Camrath.
Eva Christiana Schmidt.
Ashley Rose Kane Zafke.
Brooke Deanna Shotters.
Cody Lee Kanowitz.
Juan Pierre Roddy.
Mackenzie Richard Kenyon.
Cassie Lynn Olson.
Brandon Coolmole.
Dina Colette Olinger.
Anders Jorgensen.
Amanda Joe Pfluger.
Garrett John Camrath.
Catherine Ray Schlor.
Tucker Hayes Kelly.
Amanda Joe Rothbauer.
Carson Coleman Kennedy.
Madeline Irene Hinsla.
Lydia Mollis.
Megan Chow.
Caitlin Marie Kilmer.
Jessica Axt.
Kirsten Marie Keller.
The next faculty member, Mr. Brian Johnson, will be reading graduate names.
Rachel Rose Jorgensen.
Presentation of the diplomas will be by School Board Member Ray Culp.
Bailey Jo
Alyssa
Jovanovich.
Grace Hubble.
Callie Ann Jovanovich.
Allison Lee Johnson.
The next faculty member, Ms. Deanne Sibley, will be reading graduates' names.
Ben Jones.
Presentation of the diplomas will be by School Board member, Mr. John Burns.
Cameron Milhone.
Garrett Timothy Jensen.
Amber Rose Jonason.
Mitchell James Cole.
Charlotte Ann Hudgens.
Katie Marie Lallier.
Kelly Ann Jakimowski.
Jennifer Ellen Knack.
Kayla Ann Hodap.
Caitlin Rose Kwiatkowski.
Jacob Rudy John.
Cody James Koenig.
Marshall Paul Johnson.
Daniel Joseph Heitman.
Kelsey Sue Huntington.
Tyler Joseph Motzko.
Alexandra Joe Hughes.
Katie L. Schlottfold.
Michael K. Diggins.
Patrick Ryan Murphy.
Madeline M. Jansen.
Sarah Jo Krolek.
Nicholas Craig Huffman.
Shoshana Ernreiter Leopold.
Nicholas R. Johnson.
Taylor Scott Nash.
Philip E. Javinsky III.
Ryan Robert Kingdon.
Nicholas Johnson.
Ian Henry Kratch.
Christopher J. Jenrich.
Brian Edward Kozłowski.
Daniel J. Johnson.
Jacob Bernard Lasher.
Rachel Lynn Hobseth.
Kelsey Lynn Cobold.
Emily Ann Hunes.
Kaylin Marie Kuzel.
The next faculty member, Ms. Terry Saginski, will be reading graduates' names.
Lauren Marie Kolak.
Gavin Michael Kaur.
Rachel Linz Cooley.
Joshua David DeWitt.
Kirsten D. Koenig.
Luke Dent.
Christina Krentz.
Justice Isaiah Davis.
Benjamin Charles Robert Bauer.
Cody Robert Dimke.
Cody Patrick Larson.
Teresa Marie Kerwick.
Selena Maria Kolbeck.
Raymond Charles Culp.
Erica Lynn Krieger.
Mackenzie Paige Crowley.
Bradley Michael Kotke.
Jennifer Lynn Dobius.
Morgan Lee Corpy.
Alexander Cameron Cole.
Nicholas J. Koford.
Brett Richard Dunn.
Aaron Michael Kronfeld.
Donald Lee Buck.
Kalen Michael Maher.
Mitchell Douglas Carter.
The next faculty member, Mr. Greg Saunders, will be reading graduates' names.
Christina Marie Dorschner.
Patrick Michael McGough.
Angela Dahl.
Emily Lois Meacham.
Adrena Lee Lenz.
Russell Anthony Moffitt.
Kyle Raymond Olson.
Cassidy Shea Buell Marshall.
Andrew Moon.
Camila Martinez Dewan.
Sarah Elizabeth Dame.
Nicole Natalie Luke.
Kaylee Jean Colvard.
Courtney Ann McVeigh.
Alexandra Marie Defoe.
Rachel Mari Mann.
The next faculty member, Mr. Shane Rasmussen, will be reading graduates' names.
Nana Mitsuishi.
Sarah Christine Olson.
Tanner Marshall Mazonik.
Stephanie Rose Peterson.
Madison Rose Moore.
Caitlin Jean Navratil.
Lindsay Rose McCauley.
Rachel Marie Pedersen.
Brittany K. Beiser.
Elisa Sonia Sylvia Nisi.
Miguel A. Martinez Duan.
Melina Christina Beck.
Christian George Malinowski.
Rima Ali.
Robert Scott McKinney.
Megan Osborne.
Zachary David Marceau.
Jennifer Marie Nazarian.
Shannon Marie Lynch.
Kaylin Joe Peterson.
Jacqueline Marie McCoskey.
Rebecca Christine Ord.
Alex Moi.
Lisa Marie Olson.
B. Moi.
Callie Tisa Dahl.
The next faculty member, Mr. Mark Quinlan, will be reading graduates' names.
Tim Pahosky.
Peter Henry Winiger.
Mason Thomas McBride.
Nathan Robert Wilson.
Kevin Luke Olson.
Jordan Thomas Zibolowski.
Alyssa Haley Pearl.
Rebecca Lund.
Patrick Michael Muldoon.
Joyce Williams.
Mac Seiler.
Sydney Brooke Young.
Nate Oberg.
Ashley Sierra Ingsdahl.
Mitchell James Nagel.
Rebecca Stremka.
Brendan Patrick O'Connell.
Emily Nicole Whiting.
Joshua Thomas Ostendorf.
Brianna Zerwas.
Matthew Allen Mulberry.
Abigail Laura Strum.
Allison Danielle Oyas.
James John Stefanik.
Derek William Pearson.
Tyler Ray Wigman.
Danny Wynn.
Blake Wigman.
Nicholas David Peel.
Jessica Lynn Wilkinson.
Packy R. Munson.
Eric William Ziegler.
Nathan Peliquin.
Grant Joseph Sapiniok.
Elise Christine Rankin.
Matthew A. Stryker.
Samantha Joe Diedrich.
Jacob Curtis Stiebler.
Connor Hawthorne.
Alyssa M. Udine.
The next faculty member, Mr. Stephen Calvert, will be reading graduate names.
Sanjay Sivaraja.
Presentation of the diplomas will be by School Board member Susie Guth-Mueller.
Alexander Daniel Stetson.
Rachel Lee Barfield.
West Thole.
Amanda Jo Amundsen.
Derek Brian Willerton.
Jessica Catherine Basil.
Clara Hughes Sweeney.
Drew Alexander.
Bethany Anna Swan.
Hanat Abdul.
Rachel Ann Tolkanen.
Kevin Abu Zayed.
Maria Michelle Zeki.
Reed Allen.
Lucy Jessica Witchell.
Jacob Scott Bassett.
Cecil Strebe.
Kyle Bartholomew.
Micaiah Summer.
Tyler Robert Borgerson.
Juan Armando Zaragoza.
Grant Ryan Bauer.
Austin Jeffrey Swain.
Kaytala Marie Anderson.
Trevor Javan Wimet.
Nalini Benny.
Kyle Benjamin Strand.
Samantha Jo Fayemoville.
Benjamin Michael Steffen.
Grant Mitchell Backman.
Kevin Saw.
Benjamin Brian Bonneman.
Connor David Willis.
Tomas Julian Aravalo Tristanicho.
Brandon Michael Fairbanks.
Mitchell Allen Barrett.
Dylan Ryan Whaley.
Christopher A. Less.
Caleb Allen Archibald Stewart.
Matt Albert.
Alexis Mary Olness.
Nora Beckemeyer.
The next faculty member, Ms. Victoria Caudron-Bozine will be reading graduates' names.
Raylyn Barrett.
Presentation of the diplomas will be by School Board Member Karen Lodico.
Stephanie Anderson.
Samuel David Brown.
Mariah Brianna Ahrens.
Matthew Scott Botel.
Susan Jean Alt.
Bennett Anthony Blanton.
Danielle Ray Belland.
Daniel Noble Blomberg.
Britta Elizabeth Alm.
Amanda Marie Bertram.
Brielle Nicole Anderson.
Catherine Ann Brunn.
The next faculty member, Mr. Josh Stacy, will be reading graduates' names.
Tyler Allen Bellin.
Sarah Viola DeBoer.
Lauren Ashley Beese.
Caroline Adair Porter.
Bobby Joe Shiak.
Alexandra Nicole Mayhew.
Amanda Dolores Brousseau.
Keelana Anderson.
Allison K. Birch.
Molly Jane Eckert.
Nikki Nicole Marie Bainey.
Kayla Sina.
Megan Marie Bona.
Mitchell Haupert.
Lauren Elaine Braun.
Brittany Renee Glenn.
Shelby Grace Breidenbach.
Jennifer Lynn Helgamo.
Kelsey Marie Billingsley.
Anna Catherine Giebink.
Daniel Warren Becken.
Jana Christine George.
Paris Alphinius Bear.
Elizabeth Rose O'Fallon.
The next faculty member, Mr. Arnie Lammers, will be reading the graduates' names.
Susan Christine Gwynn.
Jessica Nicole Lodico.
Erica Rosemary Thies.
Ariana Jewel Lossing.
Madison K. Darling.
Maria Ranelli Lynch.
Michelle Rose Leach.
Amanda Louise Lukey.
Michelle Pengcha Her.
Allison K. Loken.
Don't forget. Miranda Lee Grow.
Julia Caroline Dahl.
Natalie Tracy Glom.
Cora Lee Lennox.
Olivia Francine Gardner.
Callie Elizabeth Larson.
Amy Proback.
Nicolette Gabrielle Larson.
Cassandra Ruth Snyder.
Connor James Longton.
Benjamin Aaron Greensweg.
Tyler Michael Littman.
Jonah Daniel Glendenning.
Adam Jeffrey Lingle.
Andrew James Gustafson.
Taylor Jonathan Lindquist.
McKenna May Gibbons.
Alexander Takami Lynch.
Alicia Lee Georgie.
Evan Michael Lokowicz.
Jordan Haley Galt.
Alexandra Audrey Lee.
Tyler Jordan Bruce.
Taylor Lynn Locke.
Kyle Joseph Hartman.
McAllister Robert Leiden.
Christopher Glazer.
Tyler John Lee.
Nicholas Richard Harbeck.
Gloria Gao Leah Lee.
Kayla Marie Chapman.
The next faculty member, Miss Ruth Olson, will be reading graduates' names.
Hans Daniel Gurowski.
Kevin David Cherry.
Richard Burke Anderson.
Joshua John Meyerhofer.
Andrew David Bertrand.
Luke James Peacock.
Maxwell James Almec.
Owen John Bloom.
The next faculty member, Ms. Joanna Trudgeon, will be reading graduate names.
Ryan Philip Gust.
Jack Plan.
Christopher Yang.
Quentin John Peterson.
Madeline Rose Carroll.
Sabrina Lynn Campa.
Grant Michael Lumen.
Alexandra Plain.
Brenna Marie Elizabeth Klassen.
Emily Ann Ports.
Jordan Nicole Coffer.
Karina Ochoa.
Allison May Castle.
Adam Michael Nelson.
Kelsey Marie Burgraff.
Kyle Scott Pfluger.
Natalie Ray Brust.
John Andrew Petrosky.
Abigail Marie Cafferty.
Thomas Michael Pierzak.
Alicia Ray Cloutier.
Louis Liebert.
Alexander Volker.
Chelsea Maria Zaragoza.
David Michael Young Stevens.
Jordan James Pitlick.
Dustin Richard Johnston.
Grant Stanley Nelson.
Zachary Ryan Stockdale Green.
Paige Elizabeth Poser.
Emily Catherine Capistrant.
Maria Beth Piet.
Dustin Hans Kaza.
Rebecca Lynn Prash.
Alexander Michael Carlson.
Daniel Scott Nelson.
Manuel Luis Pascual.
Leah Ann Norberg.
Kevin James Fox.
Jackson Scott Prey.
Jacob Michael Nelson.
Marley Francis Pratt.
Jordan Edward Clark.
Charlotte Marie Port.
Donald William Raleigh III.
Michael Fink.
Christopher Pietro Carlson.
Aaron T.L. Quach.
Bradley David Bunky. Evan William Van Hoover. Andrew James Carlson. Peter John Casanova. John Colin Cassidy. William Albert Knoll. Andrew August Perrine. And Michael August Mishke.
Family and friends, please remain in your seats while we present the class of 2013 and we honor your graduates with a formal recessional. At this time, graduates, please stand. Please move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your cap. This signifies the passage into graduation. It is now my pleasure to present to you the Centennial Class of 2013. Please join me in giving them a round of applause and congratulations. The recessional may begin.